Adamson Lady Falcons.
Founded off that
The Ateneo Lady Eagles. The De La Salle Lady Spikers. The FEU Lady Camaras. The UP Lady Maroons.
6-5 is the score of a
Lady Warriors.
They beat them with that offset.
The UST Tigresses. The AdU Lady Bulldogs. This is the UAAP Season 75 Women's Volleyball Tournament.
After all of the hype and burning anticipation, the high-flying, power-spiking leading ladies of the UAAP are back in action as we present to you Season 75 of the UAAP's Volleyball Tournament. Opening day, live and exclusive at the Arena in San Juan here on Studio 23, brought to you by ABS-CBN Sports. In the first game today, the hosts, National University Lady Bulldogs, taking on the Adamson University Lady Falcons, while in the main event, the first runner-up of last season, Ateneo de Manila Lady Eagles takes on the Lady Camaras of Far Eastern University. Magandang hapon po and welcome to the coverage. My name is Eric Tiban, kasama po si Ivy Remulla.
Yes, so good afternoon to everybody. A very exciting afternoon we have for you today. Like I said, Eric, this is the first day, opening day for Season 75 of UAAP.
Alright, tingnan natin ang ating mga teams na maglalaban ngayon. Let's get a first look at National University that may seem very different to the viewers, especially coming into this season after a more than disappointing season last year, because they were working into Season 75, yung year na mag-host sila, but it seems like the climb up was harder than they thought, you know?
That's right, but you know, AdU actually is one of those teams that we can see that we've watched them grow or improve over the years, and I think being the host this year, it puts a lot of pressure here in the girls today. But then again, we can see that this is a very tall lineup, and we've seen AdU actually, I think, did the effort in recruiting the players for this season.
Tingnan natin, Dintin Santiago, who used to play for UST 2 years ago, she will be seeing action for the first time after transferring this season. And yung they have some key losses as well, but Francis Vicente will still be coaching this group. So it's going to be interesting getting Santiago already in play, you know, in UAAP action, how she's going to mesh with her teammates. Obviously, she's been playing with the team in some off UAAP tournaments, but let's see how they will perform in the highest and most regarded of all tournaments, right?
Yes, of course, a lot of pressure for Dintin Santiago. We all know that she's actually the main man now for the AdU Lady Bulldogs, and I'm sure that Coach Francis Vicente has really trained her very well. Very eager itong si Dintin Santiago to play right now. She's waited for 2 years for this season.
Alright, obviously, tulad nga nabanggit ni Ivy, she is the main weapon ni Coach Francis Vicente. We'll find out now from Coach Vicente kung, you know, the impact of Dintin Santiago with the Lady Bulldogs as we send you over to this interview with Kat Salo.
Francis, what are the goals of AdU Bulldogs this season, and ano po yung impact ni Dintin Santiago sa team?
Our goal is to be in the Final Four, hopefully with the strength, with the leadership of Dintin, maybe we can make it this season. So I'm not saying na hindi kami confident this year. I'm very, very confident na kakayanin nilang abutin yung dapat nilang abutin sa finals. Yeah.
Thank you, Coach. Good luck and happy birthday. Eric?
That is right. Happy birthday. Today, Francis Vicente celebrating his birthday. So, not very lofty goals para kay Coach Vicente. Just make it to the Final Four. And tulad nga na pag-usapan natin, they had a good showing Season 73. Season 74, they were expecting to be better, pero they struggled there. They just finished 7th out of the 8 teams. So this season, their host season and the season they're getting Dintin Santiago, they really must at least make it to the Final Four, no?
Definitely na gaya ng what Coach Francis actually said, that he is banking on Dindin Santiago to really help the NU Lady Bulldogs go into the Final Four for this season.
Alright, tingnan naman natin ang sort of new look Adamson Lady Falcons as well, as they have a new coach, maybe a new system. Sherwin Meneses is taking over Coach Mami Dulce Pante, so that's going to be a huge change. Also, some key figures from this team have moved on. They've used up all their playing years, so a little bit of changes as well for your favorite Adamson Lady Falcons.
Well, for Team Adams and the Lady Falcons, one of the best defensive players that we have here in the UAAP. And like you mentioned, it's Coach Sherwin Meneses who's already taking over the leadership for this team. But then again, he has been with the team for a couple of years already. So I think it's not really much of a major change for the Lady Falcons.
Tingnan natin, last year they were tied for 4th, so they consistently have been able to make it to the top 4 of the UAAP. Unfortunately, they were tied for 4th last season and lost to FEU, not able to make it to the Final Four. Now, this season, we'll listen to Coach Sherwin Meneses and his plans and with his takeover of the Adamson Lady Falcons as we send it to Bea Fabregas.
So, Coach Sherwin, ano po ang problems na na-encounter niyo coaching? Kasi alam po natin na nawala na si Mami Dulce at over 3 decades siya nag-coach ng Adamson Lady Falcons. At saka po, ano ang goals niya for this UAP Season 75?
Wala naman naging problem sa mag-alis ni Mami. Ganun pa rin naman yung team namin. Nandiyan pa rin siya, sumusuporta sa amin. Ang goal din namin ngayon, makapasok sa Final Four, tsaka makalaban ulit kami sa finals.
Thank you so much, Coach. Good luck today. Eric?
Alright, thank you, Bea. Still also a Final Four goal para kay Coach Sherwin Meneses and the Adamson Lady Falcons. In fact, tama siya. Right today, nandito si Coach Dulce Pante supporting the team. She's actually just behind the bench of Adamson. We'll see later if we can focus on her and show you how much she loves the team, ano?
Definitely, that just goes to show that her mentorship does not leave the Lady Falcons despite the fact that she's not on the bench anymore.
She's just right behind the bench. That's where she is right now. So definitely, you're still going to be hearing a lot from her, I guess. Ano? She will put her input for Coach Meneses and the Lady Falcons. So it's going to be an exciting one. The long wait is finally over as we kick off Season 75 of the volleyball tournament of the UAAP. The Lady Falcons and the Lady Bulldogs up next dito lang sa Studio 23.